Hey there, my name is Jonah Peltier, and this is the video for Discussion Forum 1, where first off we are going to compare and contrast Christian coaching and mentoring. So first off, I want to start with Christian coaching, and Gary Collins defines it in his book. He says, coaching is the art and practice of enabling individuals and groups to move from where they are to where they want to be. And from my understanding of Christian coaching, it's more of an equal type of relationship where the coach does not want to necessarily put themselves above the coachee, but they really want to kind of take a more equal approach to their relationship, where it's not necessarily them pouring in directly to the coachee, but really they want to make themselves relational and relatable to where they can draw out the skills of the person being coached, the person or the group of people being coached, by asking them questions to answer their own questions, drawing out the skills and the abilities to where they can be encouraged and almost meet their goal and accomplish their goal and help them accomplish their goal. Also, with goals in Christian coaching. Coaching is, from my understanding, more goal-oriented. It is going to be more so, hey, the coach coming up to the person being coached and saying, establishing, okay, what are the fixed goals? What are the goals in this relationship? How can I help you? And we have this fixed goal, and throughout the entire relationship, that goal is at the center of the relationship. So it's not very sporadic. Of course, you have different types of coaches, but it's going to be more so, hey, how can I help you accomplish this specific goal? And like I said, it's not top down, it's not pouring into, but it's more drawing out the skills needed for you to accomplish that goal. Coaches do not specialize in counseling or therapy or really looking back into the past to problem solve. They're not really concerned with doing that. They're more concerned with looking to the future and kind of reestablishing the coachee's focus back to the goals. Not really to look back and to say, oh, this is why, or it's not even to say, hey, I know you're walking through this, or the person you're coaching is walking through this. Let me show you how I did this, or let me give you my experiences, or let me show you. It's more so, hey, let's look back at the goal. How can you do or accomplish your goal by doing X, Y, and Z? Let's establish that. It's not really me pouring into or giving my opinions. It's just, as a coach, my goal is to get you reestablished on the goal. Also, the coaching relationship is more temporary. It's less long-term. It's going to be more, like I said, focused on the goal. And once that goal is accomplished, once both parties feel like the goal is accomplished, I believe that relationship, the coaching and the coachee relationship, is pretty much done. That's what I see. Now, moving on to Christian mentoring. Stanley and Clinton define mentoring as a relational experience in which one person empowers another by sharing God-given resources. And I feel like the thing that sticks out to me the most in a mentoring relationship with this definition is that the mentor shares. The mentor's one of the goals and the approaches and the methods that the mentor uses is sharing experience, is going to be going back and looking into the mentoree's past and saying, okay, well, you have this need. You're coming to me. You're coming to a mentor because you have a need that you feel like I can meet. So let me show you how I walked through this. Let me show you some things, some tips and tricks on how you can walk through this as well. And that's also the same, another thing to add with the coaching relationship. It's the coach wants to get more equal on the playing field with the coachee, and it's going to be more drawing out the skills through questioning and stuff like that. But with the mentoring relationship, it's going to be less of a we're on par with each other. It's going to be more like this. The mentor is going to be just maybe a few steps ahead, if not several steps ahead, in whatever walk that mentoring relationship is going to be. For Christian mentoring, obviously, it's probably going to be spiritually. the mentor is going to be just a little bit ahead and share that experience. They are going to go and focus on problem solving and say, okay, you're coming to me with this need, let me help you. And it's going to be more long-term than coaching relationships. And from my understanding, mentoring relationships aren't necessarily so just very goal-oriented. It's going to be more so just the general well-being of the person, the general character of the person. And I think something with mentoring that maybe might not be as precedent with coaching is that in my opinion, a lot of the mentoring is going to be taught, but some of it is going to be so relational, it's going to be caught. The things that the mentoree needs to learn, the needs that they need to be fulfilled, is going to be caught through just seeing, okay, how did you do this? What are you doing here? How did you walk through this? And like I said, it's going to be more long-term than a coaching relationship. And so with comparing and contrasting those two, like I said, you can still kind of possibly use some of the methods that coaches use in your mentoring relationships, like asking questions to where you can draw out the abilities in the mentoree, because that still does build character. They both care about character. But moving on to how these two relationships connect to Christian leadership, in my opinion, as someone who has just a very few leadership roles in ministries, in like youth ministry, for example, I can see myself using different relationships, like a coaching relationship in my relationship with one kid, or my mentoring relationship with another. Because I might not have, I don't have the time to have 20 mentoring relationships. I can't effectively mentor 20 kids, but I feel like it would take less effort or less sitting down and diving deep to pursue a coaching relationship with a student who needs help, who's trying to attain a goal. And that might take less time, where you come up to me with this goal that you're wanting to meet, and I can just refocus you, readjust your focus, where it's not as sit down, almost counseling in a sense, sharing my experience, going into your past, doing all these things, and then bringing you along with me in life, to do life with you, almost close to discipleship. But that's how I feel like these two different things can be used in different areas of Christian leadership. But yeah, that's my video for Discussion Forum 1. I hope this was good. Y'all have a good night or day.